Dictionary.com, gene doping is a form of drug abuse in sport in which genetic material is injected into muscle to enhance performance or stimulate muscle growth. Doping was derived from gene therapy. With the increase in gene research, the World Anti-Doping Agency, WADA, grew nervous about people using genes for increasing performances in sports. With 187 known genes linked to athletics and fitness, this concern was quickly becoming a reality. Genes such as the IGF-1 gene, insulin-like growth factor, which helps to increase muscle repair and growth, or the EPO, erythropoietin gene, which increases red blood cells and raises blood oxygen and overall endurance, were especially concerning, considering the impact they could have on athletics. The WADA banned gene doping from the Olympics and other major sports events in 2003. Doping can be completed in two different ways. One of these ways is to take genes and insert them into a vector, which most times is deactivated viruses. These viruses are then injected into muscle or blood cells. The vectors take over host cells and begin functioning with the new genes. The way gene therapy can be completed is by physically removing the cells from the body and inserting the vector with the gene. This way guarantees that the gene will go to the intended location. They then put the removed cell back into the body and allow the new gene to start functioning. Because gene doping is very difficult to detect and it was banned early on, minimal cases of gene doping use have been reported. Although many people believe gene doping should be allowed, no action to remove the 2003 ban has occurred. At this point in time, gene doping is at a standstill for development. Many social pros and cons that come with gene doping. Some of the pros include helping to decrease the recovery time for injuries that athletes obtain in their sport. It also makes sports more entertaining and exciting when athletes are able to go above and beyond their physical standards. Some cons that are connected with gene doping is that this is still a form of doping and would cause a lot of pressure on athletes to try it. There would also be higher standards for those athletes who choose to dope, which could cause mental health problems. As with any other form of doping, there are many ethical cons and very little pros. The ethical cons for this form of doping would be that this wouldn't be used to level out the playing field, but give specific advantages to athletes. This would also change the standards of the game. Another con is that doctors who administer gene doping would be held accountable for anything that goes wrong with the athlete. The pro of gene doping is that it is not using an illegal substance, so no laws are being broken when gene doping is used. In my opinion, gene doping is unethical and takes away from the true significance of sports. Why should gene doping be considered any differently than any other form of doping? As stated by Thomas Murphy, sports are in part constituted by their rules. What if I showed up to the New York Marathon wearing rollerblades? Or suppose I came to high jump wearing springs in my shoes? Or what if we let the pitcher stand as close to the batter as he wants? This quote points out the unfair advantages that gene doping could put in sports. It is for these reasons that I don't think gene doping should be allowed in the Olympics or any other high level sports, and I believe the ban placed on gene doping should remain.